We take you live now. Live Nation is making a major announcement this morning in Downsview Park. Let's listen in.
Of many First Nations, including the Huron-Wendat and the Haudenosaunee peoples. We are committed to the wise stewardship of these lands and to meaningful engagement and partnership with Indigenous peoples as we strive to shape communities welcoming to all. Now, in just a few moments, we'll be revealing something that will be greatly incredible to the entertainment scene here in Toronto. So without further ado, I'm proud to announce our first speaker, Eric Hoffman, President of Music Canada at Live Nation, who will guide us through this exciting announcement. Please join me in welcoming Eric.
Beautiful day. Hello, good morning, good morning. A little early for us music types, but roll with me. Thank you for being here on the doorstep of this exciting new YZD development. Thrilled to finally unveil what we've been working on and where the world of live is headed in our city. Leading up to today's announcement, I had the opportunity to reflect on my relationship with Toronto and how it's changed over the years. It's always been the market in Canada, whether you're a young artist coming onto the scene or for bigger, more established acts hosting major, large-scale events. But from my early days as a sound person coming up the 401 from Ottawa, my many years in Vancouver as a national tour promoter, I can say with great confidence that something has changed here in recent times. Perhaps you can credit to the 2019 Raptors, the rise of Drake, The Weeknd, Truly International Film Festival. I'm not totally sure. But I can say that there's an energy amongst music fans here like no other time before. Today, Toronto isn't just Canada's greatest music city. For artists, it's one of the most important must-play markets in the world. Today's announcement embodies exactly where Toronto sits on the global stage. With that, and before I say much more, let's take a look at a video. Pretty cool. So today we unveil a transformative new venue that will elevate Toronto's already celebrated live music world to extraordinary new heights. It's with great and immense excitement that I introduce Rogers Stadium, a unique destination that'll be home to some of the biggest artists and bands on the planet. This was a natural response to an unprecedented amount of stadium-level artists on the road today. We now have another home for them to perform. This venue is designed to be more than a temporary seasonal venue. It's a space where unforgettable moments will be formed, thousands of jobs created, and millions of dollars injected into the local economy. Imagine the thrill of watching your favorite artist perform live, under the stars in an open-air setting. With a capacity of nearly 50,000, this stadium will host mega artists, yes, but will also feature food and beverage offerings and fan experiences that resemble a first-class music festival. Toronto has long been a cultural melting pot, and this venue will celebrate that spirit, uniting people from all walks of life through the world of live. Much like our summertime concerts at Rogers Centre, which we will continue to host with our friends at the Toronto Blue Jays, this new venue will be home to a diverse group of entertainers and performers at the highest level, from K-pop to Afrobeat, Punjabi to Latin. Our goal is to have programming that speaks to and for all communities in the GTA. Sustainability and cultural engagement are at the heart of the project. We are committed to creating an accessible and environmentally friendly space that reflects the values of our city. From eco-conscious practices to inclusive programs, we aim to ensure that everyone can enjoy the rich experiences that this stadium will offer. I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to our partners, Northcrest, and of course, Rogers, for their support in bringing this vision to life. Your passion for music and community has truly been inspiring. Also to the City of Toronto and the Province of Ontario for your guidance and support of music and culture. As we look forward to our first events in June of 2025, I invite you to dream about the concerts and the experiences that await us. Picture yourself surrounded by fellow music lovers, sharing the energy of live performances by the biggest acts in the world, right here in the heart of Toronto. Thank you for your enthusiasm, support as we embark on this exciting journey. Together, let's make Rogers Stadium a beacon of creativity, connection, and unforgettable experiences. I can't wait to see you all there.
Thank you, Eric. That was incredible. Next up, we have someone who truly knows what makes Ontario shine on the world stage. From our vibrant cities to our natural wonders, he's been leading the charge to showcase all that our province has to offer. And now with this exciting news, that's going to bring even more energy and excitement to our cultural scene, which we couldn't be in better hands. Let's give a warm welcome to the man who's helping Ontario become a top global destination, the Honourable Minister of Tourism, Stan Chow.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Let me just start by saying we got to get Eric Hoffman on the stage. That voice, it sounds like he put on a hell of a performance, but it's great to be here this morning and so excited to be here with Live Nation for what is truly a very exciting day for the city and for the province. I want to start with an objective fact. Toronto is the best city in the world. And the best part of that city just happens to be North York, which Michael Kersner, the Solicitor General, and I happen to share as our ridings. I grew up here. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to finally have something of this magnitude here right in our backyard. Access to 3 subway stations, a GO line that's 17 minutes direct to Union, highway access, of course, in the 401. So for all of those friends, and we all have that one friend, Mayor, I know you have multiple friends like this, who don't think the city continues north of Bloor Street or get nosebleeds, welcome to a vibrant, amazing part of the city in North York, the home of Rogers Stadium, which will attract amazing world-class talent. Eric, you mentioned K-pop. Not all Koreans are born with music ability, such as myself, but we're gonna have some amazing talent, whether it be Coldplay or Metallica, Beyonce. And my wife, of course, would love to see Taylor Swift. She's a giant Swiftie, and coincidentally, as of 8 months ago, she's a giant Kansas City Chiefs fan for some reason as well. But truly amazing talent for a truly amazing city. A wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much to Live Nation, to the City of Toronto, to all of our partners. And it is now my pleasure to introduce somebody who actually, I'm not sure if he's a Swiftie or not, but certainly is a fan of music and the arts and culture, our Premier, the Honourable Doug Ford.
Boy, well, first of all, thank you, Stan. You know, Stan's an absolute champion. I'll tell you, what a great minister, and I'm so thrilled to be here alongside Minister Chow and Minister Kersner. This is your home turf. I never publicly correct my ministers, but I got to correct Stan on one thing. North York is amazing, but nothing is better than the great state of Etobicoke. That's where people hang out. So Before I get started, I also want to acknowledge a friend of mine, and that's Mayor Chow and Councillor Pasternak. Councillor Pasternak and I sat on council many years ago, and it seems like a century, but it wasn't too long ago, and he wins every single time when he runs here, so great to see you, Councillor. And Mayor, thank you. Thank you for our relationship and working cooperatively together. And we have the Commander-in-Chief from Rogers, Tony. Tony, always good to see you. Thank you for putting this project on. And what a great organization you run, and Derek from Northcrest Developments. And a big thank you to you, Eric. Eric, you know, you pretty well nailed it. You come back to Toronto. It's the fastest growing city in North America right now. More cranes going up than in New York, Chicago, Seattle, Dallas, Houston, and they added Honolulu on my list because they have 11 cranes. But we're really hammering it right now. And you talk about diversity and our culture here, second to none. In Ontario, we have 110 nationalities, 200 languages being spoken, and that's what makes our province and our city so vibrant. You're right. Everywhere in the world, people are hearing about Toronto now. This is the destination to come to, and it wouldn't happen without folks like yourself and the incredible team from Live Nation for inviting us here today to be part of this exciting announcement. This new stadium is just going to be a huge boost for our city, for our province, a huge boost for the arts and culture and tourism, and that's plays such an important role here in Ontario, contributing billions of dollars to our economy and supporting hundreds of thousands of jobs. Our world-class museums and our galleries, our vibrant music and theater venues bring in millions of visitors from around the world right here to Toronto and the Greater Toronto area. And this new outdoor stadium, folks, the last time I was at a concert here was the SARS concert with the Rolling Stones. I'll never forget that. And I think there was 500,000 people that showed up to that concert. And this is just going to be another great attraction, drawing even more visitors and events to our city. It will boost our local businesses, create jobs, and further cement Ontario's reputation as a top tourist destination in the world. And I love when TIFF came by and you have all the big Hollywood stars coming up, and you know they're talking about Toronto. A couple, the big ones, Will Ferrell and that, they mentioned one thing: traffic's a nightmare in Toronto. But between the mayor and I, we're going to fix that traffic problem, and we're getting that tunnel built, I'll guarantee you. So on top, and Mayor, you can put bike lanes all throughout this place here, just not on the 401. I actually love the mayor. You have no idea. We have a great relationship. We do. On top of that, this stadium north of downtown will be gathering place for people and families from all over the GTA, all over the province, and literally all over the world. The new Rogers Stadium also represents a significant milestone in the transformation of the Downsview Airport Lands, and you couldn't ask for a better venue than what you're doing here. And it's just amazing what Northcrest has planned for YZD. Is he? I'm talking American, aren't I? Was he? But anyways, homes for 55,000 people, stores, restaurants, schools, businesses, and light industry as well. And now, a terrific stadium, and I can't wait to come to the first concert. We just have a little inside joke between the mayor and I, how we love concerts, but we've already set up a date with each other for the first concert. No matter who's playing, we're going to go together. Toronto's largest seasonal outdoor venue. That's incredible, putting 55,000 people into a stadium, and also accessible by transit, which is so important. And again, I want to thank you, Eric, and everyone at Live Nation. I want to thank Tony and the Rogers team for your vision, leadership, and bringing this innovative initiative to life. We all look forward to working with you to support the growth and innovation in the arts, culture, and tourism sectors. And I can't wait to come back to see the concert, as I mentioned earlier. That's what happens when you go off script, right? You start talking off script and then they bring it back to what you just said. Thank you for all being here today, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Premier Ford. Now let's bring this announcement even closer to home. We have someone who's been a true champion for the local community, making sure York Centre stays at the heart of Toronto's vibrant future. He knows this area like no one else and has been working tirelessly to make sure it comes to thrive. So, to help us celebrate what this means for this neighborhood and beyond, please join me in welcoming our local councillor for Ward 6, Councillor Pasternak.
Well, thank you very much, Mayor Chow, Premier Ford, my good friend from our City Council days, and I should add that just east of here, there's a high school, Downsview Secondary School. When I was a school board trustee, we wanted to get their football team going, and I was told, go talk to Rob Ford. And I met him for the first time, and we got that team going, and it was transformational for that high school. MPP Kersner, MPP Stan Cho, the leadership of Northcrest, Rogers, and Live Nation. It is both an honor and a pleasure as the local councillor for Downsview to welcome Live Nation and their investment in the music industry here on our famous runway. This initiative presents limitless opportunities as we grow our music industry in Toronto. It adds new muscle to our billion-dollar music industry and puts us on the world stage as a must-stop for artists touring the world. So many world-famous musicians got their start in Toronto and had their careers supported here with our venues, recording studios, production talent, and willing investors. But it is more. This will support local businesses who supply material, labor, food, and other products to support the establishment of this facility and the ongoing maintenance of it. It will support the local village, Wilson Village BIA, and will support the TTC as tens of thousands hop on the subway that is located right next to this site. Historically, the music industry has been downtown in Toronto, but over the years, these lands have hosted some of the greatest outdoor concerts on these wide open spaces. This builds on this success, and we look for further partnerships as we grow the movie industry in our local studios. Madam Mayor, I said in a recent media interview that when it comes to market and affordable housing, all roads lead to Downsview. And when it comes to the entertainment industry, the film and music, my thoughts are the same. All roads lead to Downsview. Charles Darwin reportedly said, quote, "If I had to live my life all over again, I would have made a rule to read some poetry and listen to some music at least once every week." So for the Darwin fans, they will get their wish in Downsview. I remember fondly attending many live concerts at the old Maple Leaf Gardens, Massey Hall, the old Sony Center, Ryerson, and other sites. And there's one thing in common. You never forget a night out like that. To Live Nation, Northcrest, Rogers, and the many who will be involved in this venture in the coming years, I wish you a safe and successful concert and hope that those on stage will flourish and those in the audience will have memories for a lifetime. Thank you very much. I'd now like to invite Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow to share some remarks.
Oh, good morning. What an exciting day. Ministers, Tony Rogers, Premier Ford, Councillor Pasternak, and Eric Hoffman and Derek Goling from Northcrest Developments. Premier Ford, you're absolutely right. We do have a congestion problem, but do you know that Will Ferrell, you know why he was experiencing it? Because TIFF want us to close King Street for a few days so that the directors and the stars like Will Ferrell can come and walk along King Street and enjoy the adoration of all the fans on the red carpet. That's one of the reasons why when his film were premiered there. But anyway, I digress. This new stadium is going to be a destination for music and festival lovers here in Toronto and across the entire region. This new Rogers Stadium will attract the biggest stars in the world. It will bring out millions of fans. Imagine the sun setting, outdoor, 50,000 people, the biggest seasonal outdoor venue in Toronto, all coming together, enjoying music, enjoying each other's company. It is magical to be able to see the stars. Yes, we go into indoor concert, but it's something different. And yes, I experienced it in that concert that everyone was talking about. I think we were all there, and I still remember it after all these years. And yes, of course, the economic impact will benefit our city, and with the artists and the festivals that are booked here. And this new stadium will continue to cement Toronto's status as the premier destination for live music, entertainment, and the arts. And of course, we are the best city of the world. You're absolutely right. And we have a reputation in Toronto. In the summer, you see that we have taste of everything everywhere. We are a fun city. We believe in joy, and that is what we are known for. And when you look around this former airport, and I want you to imagine what is possible here. In the next few decades, the Downsview Airport, we're going to have thousands, tens of thousands of people living here. We will have many new jobs, community center, retail shop, office space, parks, imagine all that. And of course, the Downsview GO station, the Wilson subway station, TTC bus, you name it. It's going to be 7 new neighborhoods. But to kick it off, to have people feel the energy of this place as a concert venue. What a perfect start of this development of this whole new area. It's a transformative project, and thank you for having this vision and the investment and the confidence of everyone coming together and making this Rogers Stadium possible. Of course, I want to thank Live Nation, North Crest for their creativity, imagining what is possible, and bringing music and arts to this old industrial site. And yes, Mr. Premier, you and I had a very interesting, great concert at the Four Seasons Center of the Performing Arts. And next summer, we're going to come here, outdoors, at the concert. I can't imagine the kind of gigantic concert space and what an evening it would be. So we'll see a concert together. Thank you so much for making all of this possible.
We've been listening to a press conference at Downsview Park with Live Nation alongside some of our city officials, including the Premier. Major news being announced of a new 50,000-seat open-air venue that's going to be at the Downsview Airport Lands. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind venue, and we're going to have a lot more on this breaking news and details on this coming up throughout the morning and afternoon.